All right, today we're going to talk about how you can upload designs to an online printer to get print materials to help market your book, such as bookmarks or business cards. Today we're going to look at both Vistaprint and Uprinting. So, first things first, you need to have your designs ready, and secondly, you need to have the sizes of your designs prepared. So, on Vistaprint, we're going to search for bookmarks, pull up that design. And then we are going to, yes, they're in a 2x6 size. Just look at the specs down here in the corner here. They're 2x6, 16-point paper stock, glossy front, silk finish back, etc. So, step one, we're going to upload a design. And I'm going to choose upload from this device. And then I'm going to find the design that I'm looking at right now. I'm going to use one that I've designed for one of the authors that I work with, Eva Shaw. And we're going to upload the first page, which is labeled number 1. Now you can see that it doesn't quite fit here because it's trying to squeeze itself in. So this blue box is the size, the dimensions that we want to use. On here, we can see that there's a safety area, there's a bleed, and it's labeled as the front. So if I choose this, we're going to expand the design until it fits nicely. And this design was built with bleed in mind so that there's no white space on either side. And then if we move it around, we can see those little grid lines pop up that help us know that this design is perfectly centered. So that's the front. We're going to switch over to the back now. Again, we're going to upload from this device. We're going to choose the second page. Perfect. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're just going to pull this until it fits where we want it to fit. And then we're going to make sure that it's completely centered. And we are good to go. Next, we'll click Next up here in the top right corner. We can review the design to make sure that it looks how we want it to. Perfect. I have reviewed and approved of my design. We're going to click Continue. And this one was added to the cart. And then we can add anything else to this cart that we want to, but we're just going to continue to the cart now. So if you were going to use the same design on business cards or door hangers, or if you wanted a big banner of it, right, you could order the same design in that banner and you would be totally fine. We're going to continue to the cart. And this is where we can see the different options. So I'm going to change the quantity up here to 1,000 because that's a decent number for shipping. Oftentimes the more you order, the cheaper it is per unit. So if we're looking at 250, 1,000, you can order as many as you need. So that's how you do this with Vistaprint. Next, we're going to look at Uprinting. Same thing, we're going to start with bookmarks. And they have two different size options. We're going to go 2x6 because that's the size that this design was made in. Design online instead of uploading a design. There we go. And then we're going to upload files. So we're going to upload these two. Choose the front. Remove that one. And same thing here that we did with Vistaprint. We're going to expand it until it fits the way that we want it to. And again, this design was made with bleed in mind, so we can easily get everything lined up the way that we hope it will. So see down right here, we can see that there's white space up top. We don't want that, so we're going to move that up so that everything is covered. Perfect. And then we're going to do the back. And we're going to look at our uploads. We're going to choose that one. Same thing. We're just going to stretch this design until there's no white space left. And we can adjust it how we want to. There we go. Save and continue. Okay, perfect. There we go. We can preview this as well. It looks like there might be a little bit of white space at the top and bottom, um, which we don't want. So in that scenario, we're going to edit the design again and just tweak it until we are comfortable and confident that it's how we want it. So we're going to stretch this again and make sure that everything lines up properly. And that everything is centered. Save. Sometimes it takes a little bit of tweaking back and forth, but for the most part, we're good to go. And then the nice thing about Uprinting is that if we wanted to make sure that we like it before we order 500 copies, um, we can, let's see, we can, yeah. When we set it up, we waived the proof. But if we wanted to make sure that we could order a proof copy, we could order a proof before we actually place the order. So that's how you set this up within Uprinting. So in order to make sure that we can see that proof, I'm going to show you how we do that now. And when we're setting it up, um, we can see here, right? So we want front and back. If we wanted rounded corners, we could do that instead. Um, if we wanted everything shrink wrapped, we could do that. However many we want, right? We can go up to 50,000 bookmarks if you really want to. So we're looking at this system before we actually upload the design or choose to design online. We're going to scroll down here and click Start with a free proof, and then we'll design everything the way that we're looking to, so we can upload the files. Um, for example, we want this one as the front and this one as the back. And Uprinting wants to ensure that everything that is on the file is what should be printed. So having a file designed with bleed makes this particular printer a little bit harder to work with. But we could do a paid order instead. And if you're really worried about it, they have the option to download a template when you're designing online. So if we do that, we can request a template. Um, and then you could download it and be good to go. So that's how you would use either of these two online printers. Vistaprint is a lot more straightforward, but you do have to order before you can see a proof. Uprinting has more options, so different sizes, and you can get a proof before you actually order everything. So if you wanted to do custom bookmarks, you could. So there's a lot of different options, a lot of different benefits for how you do either of those two things, but that is how you would design something based off of a if you already have a design, for example, your publishing house gave you a design, that is how you would upload that design to order your bookmarks. I hope this tutorial helped and that you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, I'll see you then.